don't know how much, I'll go around this side and film a bit. So as we see, it's filming just now, so
yeah,
that's 276.
yeah, so as long as I'm between 270 and 280, so that's me down at 270 now and it's lost, and as I go back up it'll reform a bit. If I give it a bit of fuel, there we go, back, and it's up at 280 now, so it's quite nicely there at 280, and as I go above 280 it starts to degrade again.
That's interesting. That's it on the sine.
There we go. Yeah.
You're getting that sine wave.
So it's really actually 275 to 285 by the look of it, and that's with salt, just kitchen salt. So just different materials have different patterns.
Right. We're getting that's it. Getting a sine wave from the generator because it's
yeah.
But see if we select square wave.
Oh yeah. That's a very good point. Let's have a look. Right, let's see. It's very different.
Take the volume down a wee bit.
Yeah. It still looks sound to me. Let's just take the volume down. Let's turn it. No, it's different. Oh no. Yeah, wait a minute. It does look a bit squarer at the bottoms. I don't know. Let's see. It looks like the, what do they call it? The amplitude is different, is it? It's definitely not the same.
That's 280.
285 will start to degrade again. Okay. So just to get, I think around the 277 is quite good and solid. 280 actually is quite good, isn't it? So we do 280 and then just change it over to, so that's it on square wave. That doesn't sound the same, but that's because the volume's different. Maybe it was my imagination that the peaks were different. What do you think? It's kind of the same, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, if there is any variation, it's very minor. I mean, I do feel like there was minor variation in the peak and trough and the amplitude, if that's what that's called again, but otherwise it's...
So that's at 276.
Yeah, that's flower at 276. This wonderful spiral in here.
That's going anti-clockwise this time.
Alright, yeah.
The other one was going clockwise.
Yeah, it's definitely about substance and frequency are two variables then.
I think I can see something this way, but I don't know if
yeah, because you get a better look at the swirl down here when you look at that angle. So this one looks really good from down there. That's a nice steady wave pattern.
I don't think the camera is brilliant for that. And focusing, maybe with a good camera or something, you could see it from that level.
This one can be quite good, but this is alright just for a first outing, just to get a record of it.
But there is a definite kind of nice smooth peak there as well.
There is. Yeah, I know what you're saying, there is. And it's steady, isn't it?
If I spill some flour on top,
oh yeah.
What's going to happen?
That, yeah. It shows though that it wants the substance to be in particular places. Because look at this peak of animation here and here. There's one there and one there where there's the animation agitation that isn't around it. Oh, we got movement like that. Oh, we have an invasion. That looked political. It really is like watching a little culture just kind of go and do something.
As well, this is a warm day, it might be different with temperature as well, so if you increased a lot of the temperature of this room,
it would change it,
I would imagine it would affect it too. That whirlpool stopped now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. But it's interesting, though that stopped, but there was this other major activity over here. So I wonder if that's related at all. It's almost like the tone has a process to go through with whatever substance it's
and it takes a bit of time to go to because it's forming another kind of sort of border or something.
Yeah.
Tends to want to go somewhere, but it takes time to go there.
Yeah, it does. Here's where all the action is at the minute, and has been for the last wee while. It's just some migrating army leaping over the hill to invade the bubbling heap on the other side. It really is like watching infantry or flanking cavalry going round the hill. That's really quite amazing. So we should try and move this up to like the 27. So we're at 276. If we head it up to the 280 sort of, so if we just slow down at 278 and see if there's any increase. 279, 280. So when you talk about frequency bands, it really is like there are natural bands, doesn't it? You know, a natural band of shape order. But if I take that above 285 now, let's see if it changes. Yeah, it does. So now we're going to go 285, it's back on the move. Look at the action down here. Look at that.
Always moving.
Yeah, there's major transition taking place down there. So that's 287.
If you go back, does that stuff go back?
Let's check it. Here we go. So we're going back now. That was 287, 286, 5 and 4. 276 again. Somewhat. It's taken a while to decide it wants to though, but there's a sort of a trend just starting to show itself there, but not in the mass migration way that it moved that way. It's not going back now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 285 again, and straight away we've got that happening again. So let's try and go back, and no, it's not moving back. I wonder if that's because there isn't enough sound power at this edge of the cone.
Up a smidge.
Alright, yeah. There we go, check that out. Yeah. So it seems like for one direction volume is a factor.
Very slight as well, isn't it?
It was a slight change, and that absolutely dived back in the other direction, didn't it?
So try that, come back to that.
Yeah, 285.
Frequency.
Or the lower one. Yeah, if we go down and see if the bottom stuff moves back, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit. Look at that. So then let's move it the other direction, up to 285. And beyond, and we go the other way, yeah. And then we turn it the other way, 27 odds, and it should go up the way. Yeah, still this lower end isn't moving back up, but this is. So it seems to be there's a natural pathway that down is this way and back is that way, so there's a natural action there. Yeah. Let's keep going up. Check out what's happening up here now. This is 292. Pushing up a bit at the bottom there.
Throw some flour on it.
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly that. Yeah, stick some on and then we'll keep going up. Look at that. That's very ordered though, isn't it? I mean, they're all going to the same place. Okay, let's go for a bit. So, we're going up to 300. So because it's starting to get a bit faster, it's getting a bit more difficult to...
There's stuff happening on
There's loads happening, it's just
vertical
trying to... I mean, what's going on here is incredible. That's just folding in on itself. See if you can zoom on that. That is just rolling over and over and over in there. And now it's clumping. So yeah, it was really quite an interesting rolling pin effect there.
It's as if it wants to form into little bubbles or sausages.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Hans Jenny talks about it when he's looking at some of the substances he's working with, because he describes them as like little colonies. They're like little colonies that have behaviours, you know. So you have order, transition. You've got you know, some seem to consume others, or be sort. Let me look at that rolling. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing.
They're trying to be something.
Yeah, that's what he's getting at. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's alive.
They're trying to move into some order that they're being instructed.
Yeah, by the sound. There we go, that's come alive now, hasn't it? So that's taken about a minute or so to settle down, and now we've got this clear spiralling. That's actually quite beautiful. Just in the pace and the integrity of it.
You gotta mind, we should document we're just using a balloon stretched over a wee 4-inch speaker.
With some flower on it. So that's 300 hertz, that one. That's with flower.
So there's
And it's not loud.
So there's one set of spiral going anti-clockwise and another trying to go clockwise.
Yeah. There's another one up here. There's a few things going on. It's funny, even the perimeters, there's always just something happening. There's like a wee straggler will wander over or whatever. It's really funny to see there's a bit of individual behaviour there. There was one there that just kind of ran over and decided to join in.
It's like an ant colony.
Yeah, exactly. It's very much like a colony. I love this rolling effect. This is just wonderful. That's 300, so if we go up a bit, that could be getting a bit fast for flower. Yeah. So if we go lower then.
Hang on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go down below our 270 sort of threshold. Let's see what happens. We're at 265 and see if it hits anything. So let's let it, it's going to take time for it to adjust. Now what I know from doing my sound work with groups is that actually, yeah, when we're creating cymatic effect in ourselves, you've got to wait a minute for the effect to cascade into substance. So this will take a minute or two to adjust to being at the new frequency. So now it's transition, so that's going from the state of 300 Hz to the state of 265, and then once enough of them get there as a colony, then we'll see the behaviour of 265.
Is that a heart shape?
It could. Yeah, it's looking a little heart-like, isn't it? Well, yeah. 265.
So it seems to give it some time.